Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to answer 5 questions that I get very often when I do my dissected videos. If you haven't seen my dissected series, there's a playlist down below in the description. A lot of people are liking these videos, and I just wanted to answer some of the most common questions, and those answers do need a little bit of an explanation. So let's get started. Question number 1. Why am I doing this? Back when I started in the games industry, I'm a 3D artist, by the way. So I've worked only on indie games, and I worked on a company that does outsourcing for some AAA studios briefly. That has another video entirely that I'll do later, so make sure you subscribe. But yeah, it was when they tell you that your portfolio is not good, they never tell you what you need. And I always wondered what was it that they were looking for. So now that I have the knowledge and the means to do it, I decided to create a video kind of like going over what goes into a model for a AAA game. That video was very successful. It turned into a series and pretty much turned into what the channel is today. Thanks to you guys for the support, sharing the video, liking all that. So since this is what my audience want, I'm going to continue. This is also something that I'm passionate about. It's really fun for me to just open things and look at them and use the knowledge that I have of building models. I worked as a character artist in the industry, so that's why you see there's a little bit more focus in the character area, but there are and there will be more videos about environments and props because nowadays I consider myself a generalist. A little bit of environment, I can do any of those. So yeah, that I just hope this helps a lot of people that want to get in the industry so they can just look at what kind of geometry, what kind of textures, what kind of UVs they should be getting if they want to have that particular job. Now, question number 2. Aren't you going to get in trouble for doing this? And the answer to that is no, because what I'm doing is I'm using the same tools that these games use for modding. There's a lot of more games that have mods that people don't realize. Almost any game that's on PC will have some sort of mods. There are certain games that don't have mods, kind of like, for instance, I'd say Diablo, and any game that needs to be fully online all the time. Like, for instance, Destiny 2. I've looked for mods for Destiny 2. I haven't found any. So if you know, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, there are some games that do not have mods because of the online connectivity, but most of the PC games have mods. And if they have mods, then those modders needed a way to take out the models out to mod them. And that's pretty much what I use. So if the mods are allowed, then what I do is allowed too. Can you show us how to get the models from the game files? I was thinking about doing this for the channel, but then when I looked at my other channel, what I used to do a lot of Unreal tutorials, I decided against it. And here is why. Most of the tools that I use to get the files out of the games, they're in some sort of alpha, beta. Some of them are even just some code on GitHub. And that's going to create a lot of problems for a lot of people if they don't know what they're doing. And when people have problems doing things from a tutorial, they tend to get very, very hateful in the hate comments. And look, I already have some hate comments from what I do, so that's enough for me. So for those people that have asked if I can share how to rip the models out, the knowledge is out there. I don't have any secret or any like magic tool where I do it for every game. And yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be having those tutorials, at least not anytime soon. Question number 4, and this is for the 3D artist. How many polygons do you consider a good amount for a video game? The answer to the question is it depends. It depends on what is your target platform. It depends on what your asset is. Is it a hero character? Is it a background character? And what kind of game it is, because what kind of game it is going to tell you like how much detail you're going to need for that particular asset. So for instance, if you're doing an RTS, there's no reason to have like hundreds of thousands of polygons per model, because your player is going to have the camera so far away from the asset that you're just wasting geometry on that. But let's say if you're doing a first person shooter, then you must have a lot of detail on your weapons, as we've seen with the Cyberpunk video, where I show you that there's a ton of detail on that weapon because that weapon's on your face. Well, not on your face, but it's on camera and it's too close to the player. So you need to get as much detail in there. Another interesting example was the video that I just did for the enemies in Claire Obscure Expedition 33, where one enemy is kind of like a giant boss, and because of his size, it is better that certain things that traditionally would be done with normal maps be done with geometry, because of his like his massive size. Then when the player gets a look at it, you don't want to break that normal map effect. So if you have the budget, then you should definitely do it. So yeah, it's a lot of it depends, but make sure that when you are creating assets for your portfolio, you do it purposely. So don't just create a piece just because, hey, I like this piece. If you're going to create a piece, make sure that you're able to explain what is the target platform for that piece that you're creating. And if you have it on ArtStation, make sure that you explain that, because I know a lot of hiring managers love to see like the reasoning behind you creating the place, other than that I feel passionate about it or I really like this character. All right, I know I said this is 5, but this is a bonus one that came out from my Claire Obscure video, because a lot of people were telling me this game is not AAA. Why are you calling this game AAA? First of all, I did not call the game AAA. If you read the title, it said AAA Assets. I know in people's minds, AAA means something specific. So it means it's done by a corporation with a high budget, and nowadays it's usually not a significant of quality. When it comes to 3D assets, it means quality. If an asset is a AAA asset, it means is a really high quality asset, and it should be up there with the top of the top. There is no at least for us in the 3D art world, there is no like indie art or double A art. There's no such term. You either have assets that are not that great, or you have assets that are fantastic, and you're going to get hired in the triple A industry. So that's why I call my videos triple A assets. So even if I'm doing something like an indie title, most likely that is a high quality asset, and hence the name of triple A. The reason why I brought this up is because this isn't the first time that it's going to happen. I'm going to have certain indie games here in the channel that do have triple A quality, but they're not triple A games. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Let me know what kind of games you want to see here. Are you interested in like a different genre, like RTSs, for example? I'll look into see if I can get some RTSs here to do some variation. There is environmental videos coming, so please make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for notifications so you know when the video is out. Leave me a comment here and leave me a like. It goes a long way. It really, really helps the channel. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.